Hi, my name is Aaron Brown, and I will be talking about investing in nuclear energy. So, fossil fuels have powered the US for a while. However, problems with them include air pollution, water pollution, toxic waste, and conflicts with other nations, such as the Middle East. So, we can prevent these problems if we invest more into nuclear energy. So, so why do we need to invest more into nuclear energy? There are quite a few reasons for there to be a change, including the fact that nuclear energy provides energy with lower carbon emissions. And according to the World Nuclear Association, uh, they said that nuclear power plants produce no greenhouse gas emissions during operations. So it would be a much cleaner energy source. And another main point is national security. So nuclear energy provides or reduces global tensions over fossil fuels, which would decrease the risk of conflict for natural resources such as those. So no like going to wars over countries in the future for oil and that stuff. So having nuclear energy reduces dependence on other countries as well. And a website called Nuclear Matters stated that by limiting dependence on foreign energy sources, nuclear power enhances national security by making the nation less vulnerable to geopolitical instability and energy supply shocks. So another reason is that nuclear energy is more reliable than fossil fuels. It requires a significantly smaller amount of fuel to generate a large amount of electricity. So according to Energy Bot and carbon credits, nuclear energy has a high energy density because it uses uranium. And a quote for them includes that uranium's energy density is millions of times higher than that of fossil fuels like coal or natural gas. This means that a small amount of uranium can produce a large amount of energy, making nuclear energy more efficient. And then another reason is that nuclear energy provides economic opportunities for local and federal governments. So nuclear energy creates high-paying jobs both directly and indirectly. Nuclear workers would make a higher salary than those in other fields because instead of spending money on importing fuel like other power plants, nuclear power plants spend the money on salaries for their workers. And nuclear power plants also provide tax revenues for local, state, and federal governments. So why haven't we invested more into nuclear energy? And why do we still use more fossil fuels? So a big reason why we haven't invested much into nuclear energy is because of fossil fuel industry themselves. Major oil, coal, and natural gas companies have resisted the transition to clean energy as they would lose profit. And also another reason why we haven't invested more is because even though once the plant is made, it is pretty cheap, but the building process is very expensive. So the startup process is very expensive. And another reason is safety concerns due to the past events like in Ukraine a couple years ago. The public is pretty scared of nuclear energy. Uh, and another reason is infrastructure. Changing the infrastructure requires large investments, which many politicians don't like because of previous power plants were built around fossil fuels. So they have to like change the whole infrastructure part to make nuclear power plants. So what is the cure to these problems so we can invest in cleaner, more reliable and energy? So though there So though there may not be a cure for dealing with issues that the fossil fuel industry may cause to prevent the increased investment, the other problems can be fixed, such as the public fear and safety concern. A cure for the public fear of nuclear accidents is that modern reactor designs included passive safety systems that automatically shut down without human input or electricity. This means that modern nuclear reactors are designed to be much safer by using passive safety systems, systems that can automatically keep the reactor safe without needing human action or external power. And then an easy cure for the infrastructure problem is standardized reactor designs. A standardized reactor design means building nuclear reactors using the same model instead of designing each plant from scratch. So, in summary, fossil fuels can be not clean. They've caused pollution. They and they cause us the it gives us more reasons to go to wars in like the Middle East and places like that. So if we invest more into nuclear energy, we can have cleaner energy, no pollution, and no need to go to conflicts overseas for energy.